we had our mayoral election this past Tuesday. We finally got one. We liked it, so we put a ring on it. Hey, Brandon, what's up?
Yeah, so y'all got a new mayor. Tell me
Yeah.
about y'all mayor.
Oh, our mayor is the same motherfucker that I don't trust, that I didn't trust a week ago. Now I trust even less because he's the mayor, and now my foot really finna be in your ass because now you got to actually do some of the shit that you said you was gonna do. My mayor had such bright ideas, um, like like implementing the policy is to where the 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 fine was occurred wherever the fine was occurred is where it should be allocated. Like,
Mm,
say you put red light cameras and speed cameras disproportionately in certain neighborhoods,
mm-hmm.
and then you take said revenue and you apply it disproportionately outside of those neighborhoods. It seems like a very, very fucked up thing. Well, our new mayor said, "Hey, I see that, I see that hole, and I want to address it." So, in situations where we're not able to, remove these cameras because contractually, you're not,
Mm-hmm.
it's probably not gonna be that easy, that quick. So while we have this blight on our people, the revenue that comes from these cameras should be spent in the area in which it's generated. Fuck with that, Brandon. I think you can make that happen rather quickly. So I'm going to hold you to that. A couple other things, but that one just stuck out of my mind right away. Um, yeah.
All right. So, my question is, how will we know?
How will we
What
know?
about when motherfuckers start saying, "Oh, so we gonna spend where the revenue is generated?" Huh?
Mm-hmm.
What happened when they say that? And then they
Oh,
start talking about them Gold Coast taxes.
hey, look. Go
Mm,
ahead, go ahead and do that. That is fine. Most of the revenue does not come from city taxes anyway. Most of like the funding for like schools and shit like that, it's coming from other sources anyway. It's not coming from your state, your local tax revenue. Most of it is being funded from other sources. So that source of revenue has been dried up for our communities anyway. So it ain't like we've been getting a bunch of shit. No way.
yeah, but
From
still,
from
taking
from
away any is taking away something.
Hey, look, fam. Hey, look, fam. You're not finna twist it. You're not finna twist it. Them people don't pay. Them people don't pay their property taxes like they supposed to. That's why they ain't complaining about their taxes going up. It's the other neighborhoods in Chicago. Um, but hey, if they start complaining about it, let's see how much of an impact it makes. Let's crunch the numbers. Let's find out. I don't think it'll make that much of an impact.
And not that much of an impact. It's still an impact. Like,
Hey, look. And look. I think the cost will be offset by the funds of those red light cameras and all the other shit. But hey, that's just one of the many 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 great policies he has in store. Um, what do you guys have to say about our new mayor?
I have no
Actually,
fucking
actually, I
clue
don't think
about
you have
y'all
a,
new
you don't have an
man.
opinion. You don't really care. You don't
Yeah,
really
I don't
care.
care. I don't care about what y'all got going on out there.
I thought
Yeah.
Valence won. I'm in the dark. I really thought Valence had won.
No, he did not win. He
Oh
lost.
shit! Go Browns.
Right.
Hmm. Yeah.
Hey,
So
shout
we
out,
get to.
shout out. My bad. I was just gonna say shout out to CPS students for doing something right.
Hey, I don't know. I think it might have been Bernie Sanders coming in having a 4,000 person rally the day before or day of or whatever. I don't know. Um, we get to see after the inauguration how many cops resign, and if in fact our streets will run with blood, as I still don't know that piece of shit's first name, but Cat Nazara said.
Streets will run with blood. That is
Mhm.
definitely not a phrase you want your the one person whose job is to prevent blood from running in the streets. You don't want that nigga saying that shit under any circumstances.
Man, hey, and this is the thing. These other races are far too organized in Chicago for me to feel comfortable to want to play with these motherfuckers because we don't have no faction. Like they may not be a totalitarian unity. They not may not be all together, but the Mexican store owners are band together, the Indian store owners are band together. I'm gonna have to go fucks with the gang members, man. The gang members gonna pull their resources, baby. That's how I'm gonna have to shit. But see, then it just become a numbers game at that point, and people rarely realize that the numbers do fucking matter. Numbers do matter. So we got to get together, man. We got to get some shop owners.
We gotta get Cyrus.
We need a siren, baby, because when they was shooting motherfuckers in the streets during the fucking looting, we didn't do a fucking thing. And I saw them in my own hood, in my neighborhood, with assault rifles, and we didn't do a motherfucking thing. I know we wasn't in their neighborhood with no assault rifles.
mm, that is true.
They were regular citizens on 71st. Get the fuck out of there. Dig the fuck out of this. On 73rd and Stony Island, right across the street from the mosque, were real Muslims,
Mm,
nigga, protecting their cell phone store. And not a single one of them motherfuckers came out over there and told them you scared our women and children. You finna pack this shit the fuck up. Protect your store. We just heard they shooting kids down on 26th Street. The Hispanic store owners are shooting women and children for just riding through. So we can't risk that you finna get trigger finger. I don't
mm,
recall us
mm,
unifying to say anything during that time.
mm.
And I was out here in these streets looking. We did unify to loot though. Shout out to us. We did unify to go in these stores, but we ain't unified to unify in no regard that I saw. Again, y'all may be able to educate me. Maybe we did have some pocket of stores where we was like the Black Panthers standing on the roof, like the Mexicans were uh over in Little Havana, whatever the fuck they call
Love
it.
that.
Whatever the fuck that is, they call it. Have you been over there on 26th Street where you just keep going west? And then the
um,
little arch over there with the fucking clock. And have you been like keep
Uh,
going west on 26th Street?
uh,
uh,
oh,
yeah,
Past
yeah,
Western.
yeah. You
Past
talking
Western, wait.
you talking
Can't say
about you
shit.
talking about over you talking about over there where they had the where they just kicked everybody out their stores in that
I don't know
plaza.
if there was a new event.
Uh,
I'm talking about when the COVID was going on and people were looting.
mm,
And there's a section of 26th Street. I don't know exactly where it is because I don't want to get bogged down to some random ass
I
fucking
know.
detail. There's a fucking archway, a Hispanic archway with a clock in
Yep,
the center of it.
I know. It's a plaza
That
with
that that area,
A lot of
yes.
Hispanic stores. Yes, a lot of
When they
those.
were on the roofs and shooting black pedestrians and passersby.
Hey, look.
Yes.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna just tell you this real quick. They got a lot of those store owners out of there. They had been fighting to stay in place for a very long time, and these sons of bitches brought the injunction to stay the eviction of a shit ton of store owners over there. Brought it like a day late after everybody had moved out, so it just doesn't do them any good to stay the evictions anymore. But that's going on over there. They are beating the shit out of the cart vendors regularly and taking their money right now. So much so that these motherfuckers are trying to band together and form a caravan to protect the neighborhood.
They're trying to carpool.
You
Well,
trying to carpool.
Elotero, they call it Elotero, nigga. Yeah, I eat enough of that corn to know what they is. Let protect the Elotero.
Hey, look,
So
they
you
trying to
saying they
figure
whooping
it
the
out. They
Elotero?
are trying to figure it out because they are tired of getting their shit snatched.
That's a
Um,
brown on brown crime. We ain't got nothing to do with that.
hey, look, I ain't saying we do. I'm just giving you, I'm just giving you a glimpse of a couple of the things that are going on in their neighborhoods.
I'm not saying shit don't happen in their neighborhood, nigga. I don't give a
Oh,
fuck
okay.
what's happening in their neighborhood to their detriment. I'm talking about what's not happening in our neighborhood that is to our detriment.
Oh, okay.
That
Oh,
other races are inflicting in our neighborhood. Stay on task. KIS. Do I have to go back to Mr. Townsend's class? KIS. Yes. I'm talking about exactly what I said. The Arabs standing on 73rd. Arabs standing on 73rd. Estonia Island. Not in their own neighborhood, beating up their own Eloteros. On 73rd and Stony Island. And there's one of you niggas back in that motherfucker wrong. With assault rifles that are banned in Illinois.
And
That's what I'm
motherfuckers.
talking about. And I'm talking about the fruit pause directly across the street that should have at least intervened to like, I don't give a fuck what y'all protected. Get the fuck on.
this shit.
Right.
We're not gonna even have an accident across the street from us. You are standing in the parking lot. His thing was, oh no, mine is a Kel-Tec. It's just in the body. Like what, nigga? The other nigga had a full-on assault rifle. The other nigga did have a motherfucker, but his shit was probably modified too, as to where it didn't make any difference. Just because it was a handgun wrapped in an assault rifle body, it probably still had the firing capacity of a mini assault rifle. And they right there on 73rd Street, and we didn't bust a fucking grape. That's why I be liking to keep this shit in context a lot. Because in case I want to ever speak up, I want you motherfuckers getting me shot and I can't go. God damn it, he did say that, didn't he?
Well,
Yeah, that was kind of a misunderstanding. Yeah,
see what I had meant was,
I want to
when,
show up to
yeah,
the fight
I,
finally ready to throw in my 2 cents. Motherfucker be like, nigga, this all over some conflation.
but I definitely agree with you on that. We should have been definitely on our shit, and
Not we, the motherfuckers across the street that say that this is what they stand for.
mm.
I ain't saying we. I am on record with saying FTK. And in my case, it means conglomerate. I know conglomerate don't stand what start with a K, but FTK. Conglomerate. I'm creating a motherfucking acronym.
Yeah. Mm, so, all right, so Johnson want to keep the speed camera money in the hood, and instead of like getting rid of these predatory ass cameras, he wants to keep.
Hey, hey, look, he kept it a bean. He said, "Well, we can get rid of them. We're gonna get rid of them. Well, we can't. We can't." And I can respect that. I ain't even gonna hold
I've never seen a thing sitting in the city of Chicago that was private property that they couldn't get rid of instantaneous. Contract be damned. That
Mm.
shit is all private property. As soon as they privatize this shit, Chicago should have Section 88 at they shit like they do every other private citizen in this motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what contractual obligation they was under. Once it got privatized, Chicago has a motherfucking day where they could some dumbass shit where they could just take your whole little block for a week and just give it back to you under some 8366 Article 52 for
it.
pipe work.
I mean, they
For
could do. They
doing
could. the city can do all the city the government can do all kinds of shit to property is wild, which makes me so confused when I hear about the parking meter contract, for instance. We pay
Yeah,
them
that's what I'm saying.
when the meters is down. We pay them when we gotta fix the street. We pay them when we don't shovel the street on time and they gotta lose money on the meters. Like it's all kinds of shit we pay them for that don't seem like we should have to pay them for, but we do. Um Mr. Johnson has a I'm not gonna call him Mr. Johnson no more. That's just
In
Y'all
this new
everybody.
man.
pause era, in this new pause, post
Yeah, yeah,
pause,
yeah. Let's
Mr. Johnson.
no,
It just
I can't do that.
oh, you
So
talking about the
so
light skinned teacher that swear up and down he had a wife?
he did know he had a wife.
No,
She was our sub a couple times.
no, no.
No,
Hell
I
nah.
met her, fam. What? Hey, look,
I don't give a fuck what you
look.
met.
She said it was his wife. I don't know what he made her. I don't know what he had on her. I don't know. Said it was his wife. And
He definitely
hey,
didn't have dick on her. I'll tell you that much.
hey, look. I don't know. I talked about her, and we was never cool. We weren't cool before. We was never cool after that.
The nigga
The
probably
back
did
of her
something
hair
like
didn't
this.
lay down.
You
It stayed
watch
up.
your mouth.
Hey, look. I roasted her ass one day because she was trying to do the same shit
You
he did.
watch your mouth,
Right?
mister.
Hey, look.
Is that what he
I don't
did
know
to
why.
you when you
I,
did this shit?
no. He wasn't there. He just came back. He heard about it. I don't know why this motherfucker sent his wife to our class, knowing who the fuck was in his class. But you know we don't fuck with you. So why would you send your wife to be your sub? They playing that shit. She knew who some of us were. She knew who I was. And so she come in the classroom. She ain't trying to teach shit. She trying to play this little bum ass tape. This motherfucker used to go to the White Sox game and stay when it was dark and tape the fireworks. And he would want us to watch this shit. Like you think we want to watch? You think we want to watch fireworks off of your camcorder that you want to pop in and then tell us to sit and be quiet? Fam, no, we don't. We ain't finna do that shit. So we ain't sitting be quiet for him. We not finna sit and be quiet for her. So we was just telling her nobody wanted to watch they boring ass family home videos. And then she tried to get buck. So I just mentioned how her hair didn't lay down on the back of her neck, like it was kind of standing up, and she put me out. But she told him about it. But she told him about it, and he came back, and he was mad that I was disrespectful to his wife.
Like your
And he
bitch,
said,
your bitch was talking about me,
"Hey,
nigga.
look, hey, look, hey, look."
You should have turned it on him. Who your bitch talking
I wasn't that smart. I wasn't that smart. If I was, I would have. Oh, she was talking about me. She
about?
mentioned me at the crib when she said my name. When she said my name, when y'all was laying in bed.
Now, did she say a student or did she say long dick?
Did she say? Did she say? Did she say Jacques? Oh, Jacques.
Did she say student or did she say the nigga who balls I can see from the back row? How did you know it was me per se? That was the motherfucker that was taunting your maison Claire.
Hey, look, because I was in the first grade the first time I made a grown woman say Jacques. Ooh, Jacques. Yeah, first grade. Me. Now it was because she was trying not to throttle me at the time. But hey, look, it is what it is.
That
I
sounds
was a
cool.
talker. But yeah. What was
You
I
have
say?
to
He had.
pause. You have to pause. She was trying to throttle me.
I don't know if you got to pause. She wait what? Because throttle
Ain't
was.
that like ain't that like one of the first couple words is fucking
Hey,
best
look.
high rap, throttle me, swallow me.
Hey, look. I ain't gonna hold you. Uh,
I'm smoking goji berries, everybody. I'm trying to get healthier. So now I'm smoking
that's not how
shit
that
that's supposed to
works.
smoking
It's not
shit
how
that's
that
supposed
works.
to cure cancer.
It's not how that works. It's not how that
Hey,
works.
this shit say right on the back, made in Amsterdam, packaged in Dominican Republic. I didn't want to know no more after that. So y'all just left it raw ass until it got to the Dominican.
You ain't covering with nothing. Y'all just
Y'all ain't cover it with nothing. Y'all just left it raw ass from the Netherlands to the
all the way.
Dominican Republic.
Hey, y'all
Yeah.
close this shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
But hey, look, no. I was gonna say in regards to the parking shit, right? This was my theory a while ago, and I'm gonna bring it to my newly elected alderman. As soon as I figure out who the fuck he is, because they still counting and whatnot. But the issue with parking is these people make a shit ton of money off the backs of Chicago citizens. Chicago doesn't get to realize any of the money from that benefit.
Did you hear the number?
Oh, it's fucking ridiculous.
No, did
Um,
you hear they had a projection of making they shit at a certain time and made it at another different junction
they were supposed to make it in 5 years. They made it in like year one.
in like year 1.5?
Yeah, it was
I thought
nothing.
it was year 7 they were, or year somewhere between the 7th and 9th year they were supposed to make it because it's a 99-year contract. They were supposed to
Hmm.
make their money back, which was I think $3 billion. With their 7 to 9 years, they made that shit back in year 1.5.
Yeah, but so the idea I had, I don't know. I'll share it with y'all. I ain't gonna make no money off of it. I want to be for the good of the people. Um, I've been places before where if you are a non-resident, the ticket is a different price than when you are a resident. Why is that not a policy that Chicago implements?
Hold on. What policy?
Say, well, the tickets are a
Residents and
different price.
non-residents pay different prices for tickets.
I've never been to non-resident places because I think it might have been like that in Wisconsin because them motherfucking tickets was $15 for the first day, and I've never been an Illinois resident getting a fucking parking ticket in Wisconsin, so I couldn't tell you if it was more than $15. But I just feel like I wouldn't charge an out-of-state motherfucker $15 for a goddamn parking violation. $15?
Certain cities charge residents and non-residents different prices for different shits.
Maybe.
So
But I don't see
why
myself
can't
charging an
why
out-of-state
can't
motherfucker $15.
why can't Chicago charge different prices for parking tickets to residents and non-residents?
Because Chicago feels like they're leveraged to the hilt with the structure as it is. And they proved that with lackadaisical attitude towards general infrastructure and necessary maintenance. Like, I'm surprised Chicago ain't one of them places that had a fucking collapsed bridge.
Hey, I mean, it's coming.
You just went down like
Yeah,
lower.
your shit just went low as hell.
It's coming. A collapsed bridge is definitely coming. But I'll say this: the the city, if the city is hemorrhaging residents, we have to incentivize residency, right? Some kind of a way. Now I'm not saying that a break on the parking ticket to here or there, or whatever, is supposed to bring everybody back. But you have to start in some form of fashion to think how to incentivize people
The
living in
Obama
Chicago.
Library, nigga. That's how.
What?
The Obama Library and the suspension bridges across Lakeshore Drive leading up to it. That's exactly what.
You really think that's gonna do something?
They, hey,
Oh,
if
okay.
you think they think Trump thought that at any point he wasn't finna use this in a positive light, then I think they thought that the Obama Library was gonna bring some revenue up the east side of
You think
Chicago.
I'm talking about residency. I'm talking about people living here. I'm talking about stuff that will bring incentivize people to want to
Instead of
live in
our
Chicago.
residency to raise revenue, ain't that what we were talking about? I don't think. And when we talking about revenue, right? That was the crux of what we were talking about. You weren't just talking about because you wanted more people here.
Now I want more people here. You need more people here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
In order for any revenue generating measure to be sustainable, you're gonna need people. It has to be
So
drawn
you
on.
are talking revenue, not people. You're talking revenue.
Yes, I'm
Your
talking the best
population
way.
forgetting the revenue is people. All right, so we're back on the same page. Fuck. Yes, I believe the Obama they believe the Obama library is going to bring revenue.
Hmm. I mean, I could believe that they believe that. I don't believe that though.
Oh shit! I don't believe that y'all believe that Trump shit neither. But as long as we live in la la land tonight, that's my la la land
No, but
flagpole.
just speak on what you believe though, and it makes the
That's my
conversation
la la
a
land
lot better.
flagpole.
Huh?
That's my
Do
La
you
La
do
Land
you do
flagpole.
you think do you think that the Obama library is going to bring revenue to the city?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what I think would have brought more revenue to the fucking city? The fucking Star Wars shit that they had playing
George
at
Lucas
Miggs
wanted.
The
Field.
Star Wars Museum.
That they
Hmm.
fucking flagged. And that was on Miggs Field. That shit would have brought in billions and trillions of dollars. And he's an ally. If anybody's an ally, George
George
Lucas.
Lucas.
He didn't have to keep splitting that money with that black man. he kept, hey, he could have this shit up out of him.
Hey look, hey
He,
look, hey look. You don't know what she knows. She knows some shit. She knows
fam,
something.
Oh, she definitely knows some shit, but I
Whenever
don't think
there's a
she.
motherfucker doing some shit that he don't have to be doing, oh, he has to be doing it.
fam,
Believe
fam.
he gotta be doing that shit.
I looked up the richest American motherfucker producers. I mean, directors. And when I tell you that shit makes 0 sense, it's motherfuckers that made 7 million films and motherfuckers that made two. You like what? Like damn, them two motherfuckers. You got paid like a motherfucker for them two films, huh, brother?
Hey look, Tyrese telling you right now, he 30 billion deep.
Man,
You
the
sitting
shit
there,
that George
you sitting
Lucas
there,
had to
you
do.
sitting there, you sitting there trying to get Baby Boy out your head. Like,
Nigga,
like,
the shit George Lucas had to do to get number one to say that fucking fuck the nigga who did Schindler's List is like number four. You
Steven
like
Spielberg.
yeah. You like alright, I'm yeah. George Lucas, Steven Spielberg then held some motherfucking iconic iconoclasty. George Lucas has toys. He has historical toys. So the disparity between them two, you like, it is Spielberg, but some just make me not feel like that should be like that. It's just something. They just making these numbers up as they go along, goddamn. They don't give a fuck. But in conclusion, I believe that Spielberg motherfucking museum, I mean that motherfucking Lucas museum would have been way more money than that motherfucking Obama library. Way
you
more. And
don't
them
even read no
motherfucking
more, fam.
them
What's the
motherfuckers,
library?
friend what they call themselves, friends on the shore, got that shit vetoed. Friends of what shore, nigga? Definitely wasn't Lakeshore Drive where you got all them motherfucking potholes and shit. And y'all fucking finna have these these motherfucking pleasant white folks driving up through 63rd Hayes Drive trying to go see a Obama, a half white Obama. You know they gonna big up the Hawaiian part. Let's go see this motherfucking Hawaiian nigga.
There's definitely gonna be a surfboard in that motherfucker somewhere.
Yeah.
See, I told you.
Yeah, and then you gonna go. Then look, you gonna leave right there. And if your algorithm has an algorithm god, Judge Joe Brown is gonna fucking get to ranting about the Obama connection to the Bushes, and you gonna be like, oh. Like how the motherfucking Monsanto's nigga that started Enron with George Bush is Obama's stepdaddy, and when he died, he left all of that money to Obama. They got pictures of this nigga Obama and George Bush when they was like 8 together, just
That's
chilling as
interesting. I didn't
babies.
know about that one. I just thought
What?
I just thought he was cousins with Michelle. I don't know. Uh,
No, he cousins with the Bushes, nigga. That's that piece of candy that he gives Michelle every time they get together signifies the piece of candy that he used to give Obama when they was children every time they got together. Every time George W. Bush gets with the Obamas, he gives Michelle a piece of candy, correct? You know this? No? Yes,
I
no?
thought Michelle gave him candy.
No. He gives her a piece of candy.
Oh,
Or whatever. Fuck it. They exchange a piece of candy. It symbolized the piece of candy that
I get. What the fuck was that?
That was my phone. My bad.
rap basics.
Rap. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. But hey, look. I am encouraged that that man is thinking outside of the box to generate revenue for the city. Um, he does have something like a out of city tax, uh, a visitor's tax or something like that. I think they calling it. Um, so I'm not necessarily opposed to that. I'm not opposed to the head tax that he's putting on these businesses. So we'll see how it turns out. We'll see. We'll see if he can get the city back on track. I say back on track, but I don't remember when it was on the right track. But hey, if he can
Hey,
if he can make this motherfucker run a little less crookedly over the next couple of years, I mean, that's all we looking for.
So that's
Perfect.
all y'all asked for.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all. We just ask that our politicians don't like run the risk of going to jail uh after you get ousted from office. Because that looks bad on us.
I
That looks bad on us.
mean, having everybody at once in a while, right?
Right. I mean, it's gonna hurt our chances of getting the Democratic National Convention, and I particularly like to get that.
Would you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, look, look. I don't know. It's something about me that I like to be involved in some shits sometimes, and I think that'll give me like the age appropriate level of shits to get into.
hey,
Like
can we
dignified protest here, there. Little rebel
you know
rouse, and I want to be able to call. I want to be able to, you know, tell AOC, you a sellout, you capitalist swine. Like I don't know. I imagine myself saying some shit like that at some point,
you
sometimes to some people.
know some
We
age
just don't live
appropriate
in an
shit?
area where we get to see a lot of politicians.